Hey, Coach Scott here from Kinetic Cycle Coaching. So, indoor training. Well, indoor training is most often seen as something that we do over autumn and winter, but if you follow me regularly, you know that it's all year round. But come on, let's face it, when things get a little bit darker, colder, windier, wetter, now I'm not talking about every day in Scotland, but you know what I mean. We're going to gravitate more towards our indoor setup. So I've got 7 points that you can follow from today that will make a massive improvement on your indoor training. Let's dive into them now. Okay, let's start with number 1, and I call this the wraparound time. So lots of athletes will come to me and say, hey coach, I've got little time and I want to maximize it. So we set workouts based on the time that they have to train. But a lot of them forget that there is a wraparound time. Unless you run around with your cycling kit underneath your work gear and pull it off like Superman, then you have to change at least. Now for some people, they haven't got their kit organized. They haven't got their workout organized. They don't understand that the warm up and the cool down are massively important, and if we skimp or shorten them, we can actually have a detrimental effect to the absorption of the workout, or actually the progression that we're making. So although you're working hard, you're not actually progressing as hard as you think. So start to measure your wraparound time from the second that you go to start your workout and look for your shoes or look for your heart rate strap until you're showered, dried, dressed and back into normal life. That's a true workout time. Start to measure that and see if you can progress it. Start to create habits of leaving your kit out, understanding, from the minute you finish, don't go on your phone and start answering messages and start looking on Strava to see who's giving you kudos before you get off the bike. Come on, be sensible, use the time, get off and progress. Okay, the second point, and this is one that is going to happen to everyone, expect low motivation days. Expect them, embrace them, get out of bed and just kick them out the door, because it's going to happen. It's going to happen to every single one of us, and it's those days that separate those that progress and those that quit. So get ready. So when they do happen, can you actually backtrack and say, I wonder why I'm getting it today? What have I done yesterday or the day before? Is it nutrition based? Is it stress based? What is going on? Because we're always like detectives. You're all sports scientists. You're all looking for your unique triggers. So when we get those low motivation days, hey, big smile on your face. The coach said they would come. Here it is. What are you going to do about it? Number 3, we're going to weigh in and we're going to weigh out. Now understand that loss is sweat, it's water, and we need to replace that. Ideally, we've got around 4 hours to replace it, but gradually just build it into your day. It's super important that you understand that and you get into the habit of doing that. It also drives home the importance of hydration because you're doing it every workout. You're understanding if I become dehydrated, it's game over. Number 4, do not chase the long workout on your indoor trainer if you haven't got a clue why you're doing it. And I say that with confidence because a lot of riders, they're trying to find 90 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours on their indoor trainer because they can't go outside, but not really sure why they're doing it. Just because you've read it online or you've seen a pro talk about it or someone on your club ride while eating 3 chocolate brownies and sinking a hot chocolate tells you need that long ride to build up your base fitness. It doesn't always work that way. So remember, with your indoor training, you may experience a little bit of discomfort through the saddle because you're static, you're not moving around. That's okay. It happens to a lot of people. So your indoor sessions should be specific. Ideally, they should be key sessions that cause breakthroughs in your fitness. There will be opportunities for you to slide around your training. And just because you don't get out in 1 week for a long ride doesn't mean that you can't do it the following week. There are ways, but don't do a workout if you don't really understand why you're doing it. Number 5. Control your recovery. You're indoors, so you've got lots of variables that you can control. You can have your hydration ready. You can have your glycogen drink ready. You're going to weigh yourself out so you understand the fluid loss pretty quickly. If you want a little bit more information on recovery, check out the live video I did when I talked about the various stages that take you all the way through to your next workout, because that's the full recovery period. And you've got to understand that indoors, you've got great control of it because it starts the very second you start your cool down. Sometimes when we're out on the road, we may have run out of fluid. We may not have anything to eat. We may have to stop at a shop, etc. And it can be delayed, but indoors there's no excuse. And remember, with your recovery, stop doing the same thing all the time. You need to review it. You need to progress it. in order to really individually dial in. So one thing I want you doing is keep a journal. Not with the numbers of your heart rate or your power, you've got them all on your various apps, but how do you feel? Especially if you're an older athlete. All the numbers are great, heart rate's great, coach, power's great, but how do you feel? We've got to try and dig deeper to find out, oh, if I make an alteration on what I eat within the first 2 hours, let's see how that makes me feel. It's super important. And for a lot of people, recovery can be boosted by just having a longer cool down. So again, go back to point 1, that wraparound time. Don't cut that short just because you have to get off the bike. Plan better. Number 6. And this is to do with your indoor setup and actually making subtle little changes. Now, I'm going to be careful what I say here because you can fall into the avoid action by creating too much distraction. I'll talk about that in a second. All I mean is change the angle of your bike, change its position, change the visuals that you see in front of you. By making these subtle changes every week, you can keep the cognitive level of stimulus high. This can help with motivation. It can help you just keep on top of the workouts and feeling fresh. It really does work, so give it a try. Now, don't go overboard, like I said there. What some people can do is they can avoid action by creating distraction. And I see this a lot. People go in and they think, I'm going to create the best man cave in the world. Yeah, I'm going to build this man cave and it's going to win awards. What awards? It's all bullshit. And you are just polishing things to avoid action. It doesn't matter how fancy it is, what gear you've got, as long as you can turn those legs and get yourself out of breath and work the lungs and work the legs, you will progress. So be careful about how much time you spend with fancy sound systems, visuals, lights. They're not really going to progress your fitness. And number 7, the most simplest but most effective tip I can give you today, and that is create one goal and achieve it every single day. And understand that this goal, which is a fitness goal, branches into all areas of life because every day does not have to be a bike day to make progress. You don't have to climb on your bike to progress your fitness. You know that because training causes damage which needs to be recovered, and I need to both physically and mentally recover for the next workout. But understand that that goal that you set, it may be that you're going to reduce inflammation in your system. I talk a lot about this. Hey, check out the last live video I did. I'll leave a link in the description as well, where I talk about how to remove assholes from your life. Sounds a little bit cheeky, but it works because you've got to remember that each day you're being challenged socially, personally, physically, professionally, structurally in your life. And that drip, drip, tap in the back of your brain that's releasing inflammation is stopping you recover. Yes, it's stopping you recover. So when you hit that next workout, you're carrying all that inflammation. And it's super important if you want to put together a great winter package that you identify and you tackle areas of your life that are holding your fitness back. And it's super easy to do. Just set that one goal a day. Vary it up every single day and make sure you achieve it. Don't overcomplicate it by creating 5, 6, 7 goals a day that you must achieve. No. One goal a day. And if you don't achieve it in the day, roll it over. Do it until you do achieve it. And you can always come back to it as well and try and see if you can progress it. It's super effective. Keep things simple, keep things organized, keep them structured, and you will progress. Hey, 7 little tips. They will help you. Follow them and you'll progress. Hey, drop some comments if you've got some other tips that you follow that really help you with indoor training. I'm always pleased to hear them. And if any of them are a little bit unclear for you, hey, get in touch with me. I'll be sure to help you find your path through your winter training. Hey, if this video has offered value, give it a thumbs up. Hey, hit the subscribe button if you'd like more from me. And remember, I'm live every Monday, 7 o'clock UK time. And remember, anyone can train hard. Indoors or outdoors, there's only a few of us can train smart.